Hello, we will be reviewing for our Algebra 1, 7.1 to 7.4 section quiz. We start off by talking about polynomials. So directions say, write the polynomial in standard form, identify the degree, the leading coefficient, and the constant of the polynomial. Then classify the polynomial by number of terms. So to write in standard form, we have to find the degree of each term. This term has a degree of 1 because the exponent is 1. This has a degree of 2 because the exponent is 2. The negative 7 has a degree of 0 because all constants have a degree of 0. In standard form, it goes from highest degree to the lowest, or descending degree order. So I write the first term with the highest degree, then the next term with the highest degree, then final term with the lowest degree. So my standard form is 5x squared plus 4x minus 7. Now, the degree of the entire polynomial is the degree of the strongest term. In other words, the lead term. This is the front term. Its degree is 2. So the degree of the entire polynomial is 2. The leading coefficient is the coefficient of the lead term. So the coefficient to this term is 5. Our lead coefficient is 5. The constant is whatever number does not contain a variable. In this case, it is negative 7. Then when we classify, you have our notes that tell us a monomial is a 1 term, a binomial is 2 terms, trinomial is 3 terms, then anything with 4 or more is a polynomial. We count up our terms, 1, 2, 3, and this would be a trinomial. Now, let's look down to the bottom one. I'm going to skip question 2. By the way, just for your quick reference, I'm not going to take long, but the standard form would be 12x to the 9th plus 8x to the 7th. The degree, that's degree 9, so the whole degree is 9. The lead coefficient is 12. The constant, since there is no constant written here, we can write the constant as 0. Classify 1, 2 terms, binomial. So let's look at number 3 a little bit more in depth. This has a degree of 5, a degree of 1, a degree of 7. So I'm going to rearrange them in descending degree order. Y to the 7th plus 2y to the 5th minus 8y. And again, the degree of the entire polynomial is the degree of the strongest term. Y to the 7th has the highest degree, so the degree of the entire polynomial is 7. The lead coefficient. Remember, there's always an invisible 1 out front if no other number is there. So this has a lead coefficient of 1. The constant, again, there is no number out here without a variable, so the constant is 0. And then when we classify it, we just count the terms. 1, 2, 3. We have another trinomial. That sums up all the investigation into polynomials. So this is everything that you'll be expected to know about a polynomial. Now we look into doing our actions with polynomials. We learn to add, subtract, multiply, and factor, which is another name for divide polynomials. So when we add polynomials, this should be the easiest set because all we're really doing is simplifying. You distribute and then you combine like terms. The distribution for this is very easy because there's an invisible 1 in front of both of these. Remember, distribute means to multiply whatever's in front of the parenthesis through everything inside of it. So this one becomes negative 8y plus 7. Now I'm going to distribute over here. 4y, distribute here, minus 12. Now, this is a step that I like to do that I know a lot of my students don't, but I think it helps, especially if you're struggling through this. Rearrange the terms in standard form just like you did up top. So it becomes negative 8y plus 4y plus 7 minus 12. Now we just combine like terms. A like term is a term with the same variable to the same power. So negative 8y and 4y make 4y, 7 minus 12 minus 5, and you are done.